Glad the weather was on their side to start the day. Meteorologist Lisa Meadows is tracking the forecast for us. How's the snow looking, Lisa?
Well, the snow at least will add a pretty element when it comes to some of those sculptures falling on that. But of course, we are seeing some issues on the roadways, and that is the top bulletin of our weather headlines. We anticipate those travel impacts through early tomorrow morning. Then after that, for tomorrow, you want to get outside. You want to enjoy some of this fresh new snowfall. You're going to have some sun to go with it to round out the weekend going into next week. And then we have this warming trend. Actually, by the end of next week, we could climb back above freezing. So here's what's going on now. Current surface map, 2 storm systems here. One low pressure system moving across Canada. Another low pressure system developed out of the Rockies will continue to progress across the plains. These two are leading to this snowfall here across the upper Midwest. A lot of it falling in Minnesota and western Wisconsin. I want to draw your attention to the cold front further off to the northwest out across the Dakotas. Our current satellite picture showing that back behind that cold front we're starting to see some clearing. So we're socked in with the cloud cover on our satellite picture for everyone now. That won't change tonight, but by tomorrow we'll continue to see those clouds diminish from west to east, and we'll clear it on out of here as we go throughout your Sunday. Current radar picture, we are dealing with snow, some of us with the heavier snowfall. Most of the heavy snow here along I-94 and off to the south. The good part of this is it is all snow. Notice we have the purples, the whites. We don't have any of that ice or wintry mix into rain. We're looking at some of this snowfall, heavier at times with this band just off to the south of the Twin Cities here. And I'm going to go ahead and zoom in a little bit closer. This is our National Weather Service radar out in Chanhassen. You can see where we do have this darker band of snow pushing into Lakeville, pretty much into our southern counties here in the metro. So from now going into pretty much midnight, that is when we'll continue to see the heaviest snowfall across the area. The other difference between this weather system and our last weather system, temperatures are a little bit colder. So with our last weather system, we had that heavy wet snow. This is more of that dry powdery snow that we're seeing fall, which means tomorrow your shoveling won't be quite as bad. The other difference, this storm system, we don't have those strong winds. Yes, we have winds coming in out of the southeast 10 to 15 miles per hour, but we don't have those wind gusts of 50 miles per hour and those blizzard conditions we were dealing with last time further off to the west. So that is why we have the winter weather advisory in place. You can see it is in the purple, and this goes until 3 a.m. So we anticipate travel impacts until 3 a.m. tomorrow morning for all of these counties here in the purple. Winter storm warning is in place whenever there's 6 inches plus. We anticipate widespread 3 to 5 inches of snow, so that's why we have the winter weather advisory in place, which does mean that we are looking at travel impacts not quite as bad with our last system. Okay, let's time it out with future radar. Continue to see the snow taper off from west to east. Going into 10 p.m. we start to see the clearing off to the west. Going into midnight, a lot of this will be clear to the west of I-35, and then we start to clear it out of western Wisconsin once we head into about 3 a.m. Snowfall amounts coming in at 4 inches for the Twin Cities, where you saw that heavier band on radar. We could see heavier snowfall amounts from Marshall looking out to Mankato, and those numbers really lessen as you head further up to the north. Let's talk temperatures. This is usually the coldest time of year for us. Low of 7, high of 24, pretty close to average today. We bottomed out at 9 this morning, back to 20, and we've dropped off a couple degrees. We're at 17 currently here in the Twin Cities. We'll lose a couple more degrees tonight, but very mild with our overnight low of 15 compared to 7. Cloud cover in place tonight. Then when it comes to tomorrow, we'll decrease the cloud cover going throughout the day. Winds won't be too bad blowing around any of that snow as you're clearing it out of the north at 5 miles per hour, with temperatures that'll stay just in the 20s going into midweek. Another disturbance Wednesday might bring a little bit of light snow, and then there's that warm-up air, and check this out. Temperatures all the way into the mid-30s as we start to head into pretty much going into next weekend.
All right, looks good. Thanks, Lisa.